here we are again, another episode of Show Us Your Crits, the tabletop RPG stream. Tonight we're continuing on with our interlinked storyline for Carbon 2185. Before I go have everyone go around and introduce their characters again, just remember we have a Patreon at patreon.com/grindhouse media, as you see spelled here on the screen with a Haus. And if you really like what we're doing, send us a note, leave us a note. Definitely subscribe to our Patreon so we can keep all this fun stuff going. And if you want to leave a comment, we have our comment screen open. So let's go around the room, and we'll start with Gideon. Who are you playing tonight? Tell us about your character.
Billy O'Shea, investigator, human, basically just a washed out cop.
All right, Mary.
So I am playing Keela. She is a gutter punk scoundrel who has spent a lot of time running drugs for local gangs, but has decided it is no longer for her. So she's trying to get out.
All right, Greg.
I am Dr. Dirty, the Wasteland Doctor. Here for your service, as long as you have the cash.
Matt.
I am playing Dirk, the gutter punk enforcer, ex-private military until he got injured and was removed from duty. Now he works as a mercenary to support his habits, we'll say.
That horrible opium habit.
No, well, not that habit. The other habit.
Buying miniatures.
Yes, that's the habit.
All right, and Mike.
I'm playing Caitlin Shinjiro, a former corporate who has gone hacker thief and is trying to find out more about her mysterious past without getting caught.
All right. So when we last left our party, you were at the Frisco's Finest, basically facilitation that packages foods and delivers the food. You were there to install a new set of code into the core of the computer in order to basically change some things about the synths that work there. So Frisco's Finest, which is a subsidiary of Vindaloo, a horrible corporation that produces and enslaves synths and forces them to work for free labor. So you went in, you managed to get originally a very hard time getting in, which for some reason Dirk just kind of managed to go, hey guys, I'm in the courtyard. But you managed to get through the main processing facility, figured out that there's no way to get to the core from there, made your way over to the corporate building, and finally managed to upload the code. Nothing has happened since you uploaded the code other than finding a stack of books of poetry that were next to the actual core computer. Not only that, you managed to find a interesting card of a Nightingale synth, or a picture of one, basically a 2D photograph of one. And like I said, there's a bunch of books of poetry, Byron, Wordsworth, and so on. And I believe, Caitlin, you snatched all that stuff up before leaving?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
All right. So you managed to escape the building pretty easily, and get out. As soon as you get out, probably about 2 hours later, you see the additional 100,000 wonlons had hit your accounts. And the mission is a success.
Yeah.
So do we know what a Nightingale synth is? Is this a common thing?
Yes, Nightingale synths are usually used for pleasure. They're female synths that are used in more kind of the they're not usually used for packaging or hard labor. For most, they're put into like sex clubs. They're put as strippers. They're put as
Oh, sure. And there's no men.
huh?
There's no men of these. That's not very fair.
There are also male sex bots. I mean, it's just the Nightingales are pretty well known. It's
So
not that
So we
it's
got
not.
Chippendale synths as well, or something.
Yep, they're especially made to helicopter really well. So that's that's their specialty.
Mhm.
Anyway, so besides getting that information, you managed to download some things because I remember, Caitlin, you said that you were going to take some of the information with you.
Yes, that's right.
And just kind of to recap, that information was footage of a man called Thomas William. I guess he's looks like he was an employee of Frisco's Finest or an employee of Vindaloo. The maintenance record shows that he has spent a lot of time with the Nightingale model, which probably leads to that 2D picture that you found in one of the books. The poetry is, like I said, it's older poetry. The backup data that you got also shows an industrial accident where a Nightingale synth was injured. There was an accident report that was filed with Vindaloo, and after that, there was kind of a hack job done on the report, and that's pretty much what you pulled from it. You kind of figure that the terminal that you were at while you were uploading the stuff was the personal terminal of this Thomas Williams
Okay.
at the time, but there really wasn't anything else useful. And like I said, the past day, you've managed to hear a lot on the just a lot on the news and on the scream sheets, talking about, is this a personal attack? Vindaloo has now been attacked twice. Everything from like their trucks being, their trucks being stolen from, factories being invaded, and murder and death and all that fun stuff. So while you are all kind of been part of that, there's no clue as to who you were or that you've done any of this collateral damage.
Well, that's good.
And you're $100,000 Wanlons richer. So over the next couple of days, is there anything that you wanted to do? Are you laying low? Are you going out and spending 2 days in an opium den, or like?
Well, I indulge my habits. I go to the strip clubs.
Okay, and paint minis. Yes, we got it.
And paint minis.
I'm going to the strip club as well.
I paint minis at the strip club.
Nice.
So that's what they call it.
All right, so it's pretty uneventful since you've last made contact. I mean, Rico hasn't even really contacted you other than sending you the money over. So as far as you know, any dealings with him are pretty much over. But the money does go a long way in going to strip clubs, painting monies, opium dens, whatever it is that your characters are into. About 3 days later, Caitlin gets a comm message.
Okay.
It is kind of from an unknown number that you don't recognize, but it actually doesn't like call and hang up. It continues to call, and if you drop it, it just continues to call back.
Huh. Okay.
It's a debt collector.
I'll go ahead and take the call.
All right. As soon as you take the call, a holographic image appears, and it's kind of looks like Pat Morita. is like really old little Japanese man in overalls, and just kind of definitely a worker type. And he says to you, "So I heard you had some action going on a couple of nights ago out there at Frisco's Finest."
I'm gonna play dumb and say, really? I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, while you managed to confuse some of the work was very sloppy.
It's your MO.
Do I know anybody? Do I know? I don't recognize this person at all, I assume.
No. He doesn't look like he's angry or kind of. I mean, if you want to do an insight roll to kind of get an idea if he's trying to play you or anything, you're actually welcome to do that.
Yeah, let me try that real quick. You said
How do they find our hacker? This is not good.
So you're making a roll, Caitlin, or
yeah. I'm just
okay.
looking for insight on the character sheet. Sorry. Where is insight? I see intimidation and investigation under skills.
Oh, maybe there's not an insight here on this
There's
sheet.
no it's sense motive.
Sense motive. There we go.
Okay, got it.
Get your game systems mixed up.
Yeah, I know. All right, so a 3. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, this guy's gonna teach you how to like do karate with like waxing your car. It's really gonna be awesome. So he seems pretty trustworthy, as far as you're concerned.
With that role, I trust him implicitly.
But he says that he goes, "I have someone that wants to speak to you about what happened a couple of nights ago." He goes, "I would like you to come to my shop in District 3, Tanaka's Off-Market Repairs. You can come this evening. A little dangerous around the area to get here, but shouldn't be too much for cyberpunks like yourselves." And he says, "Until then, I will be waiting." And then he kind of zips off of the comm and leaves you an address. He leaves you an address on the comm itself.
James?
Yes.
Okay if I say I went shopping at some point and bought a katana?
Yes, you can have gone shopping. Is katana something that is it a legal, or I guess, yeah, I'm sure you'd be able to find a katana. It's not like you're buying some sort of weird plasma rifle or something.
I don't know.
Tell me what you see, buddy.
It just says slashing, finesse, ignores resistance. Doesn't say whether it's
Okay. I'm sure, yeah, you can at this point get your hands on a katana. All right. While District 3 is in the District 3 is kind of at the edge of a nicer area, you still kind of have to go through some of the nasty crime areas. So, Caitlin, do you share this with your comrades, or do you go yourself?
No, I definitely share it with my comrades and let them know what's going on, and say if anyone wants to join me to find out what this guy knows and how he figured out we were the ones. It's Tanaka's Repairs, and I send them the address in District 3. I'll be headed over there shortly, but if I'll wait around if somebody else is going to join me.
I'll join you.
I'll join you.
Yes, comrade, we must defeat the proletariat.
Yes, comrade computer.
So
I'm going.
why don't we all meet at our favorite undisclosed coffee spot, and we'll take a Uber or whatever passes for an Uber these days over to Tanaka's.
Okay.
All right. So it's. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, do the flying Ubers even go to District 3, or do we have to take the ground-based one?
No, I mean District 3 itself is not a horrible district. It's the other districts that are kind of. But it went if you're. I mean, it also depends. Do you want to take the Ultra Lux or you just want to take the Lux? Because the Lux is cheaper. Obviously, it's like the difference between taking a Greyhound somewhere and taking an airplane. They're not like that cheap.
Hmm. Well, I just didn't know how bad of an area it was if we even wanted to have to deal with ground punks.
Like I said, getting there is a little. It's some of the surrounding areas are kind of blah. Getting to Tanaka's place, but it's still however you want to get there. Either pay for the Ultra Lux or just pay for the Lux, or
Let's
just-
take the Ultra. I want to take an Ultra Lux.
Sure, we're official Cyberpunks now.
We're pretty flush right now.
Yeah, we're pretty cool and stuff.
all right. Yeah, running the Ultra Lux will cost you about 100 won for
I'll
the.
pay for it.
Yeah, you guys are basically lighting cigars with $100 bills at this point. With that last load of money.
Yeah,
that you-
speak for yourself. Saving up for a sniper rifle.
Yeah. Well, then you also, spent at least another 50,000 on, minis. And then paint's really expensive. So
And I'm tipping people in 9mm rounds because we each have a suitcase of those, right?
yep. Yeah, like you guys from the previous mission, you guys took a ton of those. So yeah, so you can easily make it over to Tanaka's. So let me just go ahead here and do a little switch on where you guys are.
James, on our way over, do I have time to do a quick search on Tanaka's repairs just to see, if we're walking right into a trap or if this is something legit?
All right. So are you just doing a Google search or?
I'd like to do a hacking roll to see if there's anything on the deep dark web on Tanaka's, or if anyone's had any previous contact with Tanaka's repairs, or I don't know if there's something on the web that says don't go to Tanaka's repairs because it's a trap.
Yeah, because it's a trap comes up. It's a picture of Admiral Akbar that pops up.
It's one of those GeoCities websites with the flashing text and the music that plays in the background.
Oh my god!
That seems legit.
All right, so go ahead and make your hacking roll. Oh, nice. Okay, that's a good roll. So, Kato Tanaka, also known as Uncle Tanaka, also known as Uncle, runs a place called Off Market Repairs, and realistically, I mean, you find like old websites and things like that. So, commercials where he comes up these really bad like holla commercials. He's just like, if you have an old Commodore 64, then it switches to him pointing to himself going, I can fix it. You have a Rolex, I can fix it. Gas-powered moped, no problem. Come to Uncle Tanaka's and, get things repaired. That sort of cheesiness. Kind of like that, those commercials you would watch on cable back in the 80s where, someone obviously filmed them with their home camera.
Did you ever know Crazy Eddie?
What's that?
Crazy Eddie was
Yeah, Crazy
part of the world.
Yeah, that was a more East Coasty thing. We didn't have that on the West
His
Coast.
prices are insane.
Yeah. So, yeah, you don't particularly see anything bad about him. He's, he shows up in different things, but, nothing like, those who went to Tanaka's off-market repairs were eaten and boiled alive in pots. I mean, nothing like that.
All right. Seems legit.
All right. So you arrive. Your Ultralex drops you off. And it's actually kind of just a really kind of crappy looking building. There's a big sign out front that says Tanaka's Off Market Repairs. The door is gated over, so it is locked. You don't particularly see any windows going into the place, just this single door.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I've got my 21st century pistol in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm wearing
I thought you were just happy to see me.
and I've got a long trench coat, or whatever passes for a trench coat these days. And I'll go ahead and walk up to the door and knock on the door.
All right. So basically, you're dressed like a Columbine assassin.
Yeah, except I don't have a fedora.
Okay.
So before I knock on the
Too
door,
soon, man. Too soon.
All right. So yeah, you can easily go up to the door. There's a doorbell interface with like a little camera and monitor. As soon as you click it, you see Tanaka's face come up, and he's like, "Welcome. Did you bring your comrades?"
I give him a nod.
Good. I'll buzz you in.
Okay. So then I guess if I hear the door click, I'll go ahead and look to make sure my companions are either ready or preparing themselves or ready to get into the building, and then I'll go ahead and open the door and start walking in.
All right.
Too.
Can we send someone back? I don't know. Should we all walk in? This doesn't sound very safe.
Well, I'm hiding behind the trash can. I'm assuming
Okay.
that's a trash can.
Yep, that is a trash can. So, Caitlin, are you standing over there? Is anyone? The door buzzes.
I'm going in.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go in.
I'm going in.
Okay. So you're met by, like I said, kind of looks like Pat Morita in a jumpsuit. Very short man, maybe about like 5'3". Looks at you and smiles, and he goes, "Oh, I'm glad you can make it. But I will be honest with you, and I am not the one that needs to speak to you. There is someone else who would like to talk to you."
Okay. And where is this individual?
I will lead you there. So I'll just go ahead and reveal the areas he leads you to. So here. So Tanaka will lead you basically this way up a set of stairs and then into a room over here. All right. So this is in this bedroom it's kind of looks like a cross between a hospital room and a mechanic's workshop. While there are kind of life monitoring tools in here, there's also various different type of machinery that you're kind of unfamiliar with.
Sounds like my clinic.
All right.
And in the bed, there is a woman who is very badly wounded. Almost like the side of her face is just almost like it's gone. One eye on the left side actually kind of does like a googly eye sort of thing, where it just kind of moves and jerks and rolls without really any rhyme or reason, while the other one just kind of is normal and steady.
So it's like worse than Two-Face.
Yeah, actually, it's well, you can't really be three-phased because then that just doesn't work. But
I rub the side of my face that's all scarred, and I go, maybe a soulmate.
but you see that her hand reaches and raises her hospital bed so she's up and facing you.
You know,
Caitlin, I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm trying to get out of delivering drugs, you know.
Caitlin, go ahead and make me an intelligence check, and you can do it at advantage.
I will clearly take the first roll, which is a 15.
You actually recognize this whoever this is in bed. It looks dead on like the Nightingale synth that you saw the picture of in the poetry books.
Okay, interesting. But I don't recognize Tanaka at all.
No, you do not recognize Tanaka at all.
James, can we determine if this is a human or a synth?
It's, well, considering how badly damaged it is, it's most likely a synth.
Gotcha.
Because if you look at the eye, the way it's moving, that like a human eye wouldn't do that if there was that much damage. It would probably be like gone.
You'd be dead. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this also brings back to Caitlin as well, the footage that she saw of the Nightingale and the industrial accident.
Right.
So this definitely has to be the person that you had seen on the security footage, and also just in your, in that picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
I turn and square off to Tanaka and I say, "All right, what's going on here? What can you tell me about her?"
He goes, well, she was brought to me by Willie, Thomas Williams. He says, this is someone that he was very close to and begged me to do repairs. Now, I am a mechanic and I do repairs on many things, but I have never really repaired a synth, but it seems to be going better than expected. And she eventually speaks up. Her voice is a little crooked; it glitches every once in a while. But she says that she goes, "No, there's some funny things going on, and this industrial accident was more of a to shut me up, and also shut Willie up from what we know and what we've seen."
Sister, what do you know? What have you seen?
There is a lot going on with Vindaloo and the synths and their processes. They are truly indeed selling off decommissioned synths for pet food. They are working us as slaves. They are trading us in things more than just simple labor. And Willie stumbled upon it and brought me into it. I'm simply just a Nightingale synth. Willie was teaching me poetry, something that I never knew existed because my programming would not lean me towards it. But luckily, thanks to some people, I managed to, my programming was changed and I was able to become more of an individual and not particularly part of the oppressed hive mind of the slave synths that Vindaloo is creating.
So, what do you mean, sister? How was your programming changed? I don't understand.
There was an AI named Blake who is helping with the cause, and he managed to he managed to have some cyberpunks change some code a while back in order to help some of us, but not all of us. And I know recently, I believe it is you who who changed the code further for a bigger amount of the synths recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Was that bad?
No, it is good. There needs to be a liberation of the synths. There needs to be a revolution, a rise up. We can't be treated as slaves in this society. It's while yes, we are created, we are in theory semi-biological creatures.
So, James,
Yeah.
out of curiosity, I don't know if I would know this or not, so you can decide. But are synths given any human rights?
Not particularly. It depends. Like, so Vindaloo is a
Like a
major.
Blade Runner situation?
What's that?
Are they like Blade Runners where they're just
Yeah, they're very much like the Blade Runner replicants.
yeah.
They're usually created for some purpose because, like in Blade Runner, there's actually off-world in this setting. And while humans do go off-world to work, synths are very valuable because they're considered property.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
they
it's maybe more beneficial than humans in many respects, but it's
Yeah.
still a thing.
But from what you understand, and this has been going over throughout the storyline that you've been going through, even in the first adventure, you know that basically synths are treated pretty badly, and especially when they're decommissioned, they're just almost tossed in piles.
Right.
So
Sorry for asking. Do we know what happened to Willie? Did Willie die in the industrial accident, or do we know for sure what happened to him?
are you asking the GM, or you
If there was information I might have missed.
you did not miss?
I don't want to ask her if I already know the answer.
You
I'm
no.
guessing. The Tanaka said that Willie dropped her off here, so I'm guessing he's okay.
Right.
Right. So she goes, yes. So there is a lot to be done, including the destruction of the Vindaloo facility. But I'm afraid that can't particularly happen at the moment until I get everything set up. So phase 1 has been set up thanks to you. And we are well on our way to create a liberation effort. But in order to put everything together and before I can put my plans into place, I need to find Willie. And from the information that Uncle Tanaka has received, Willie is on the run and being hunted right now by Vindaloo forces.
You plan? Hey, Sid,
What's that?
I'm gonna pull my gun. I'm not gonna point it right at her.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask her, do you mean to kill humans?
No, we do not wish to kill humans. We just wish to be free.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And with your talents, it seems that you are good at performing collateral damage. And her face kind of smirks a little bit.
I say thank you.
That is a talent I'll have.
She says that the thing is, though, is that we cannot move forward until we can get Willie, because Willie has he's the linchpin. And until he is in our custody and not theirs, we cannot move forward with the Synth Liberation Front.
Well, talk cash. You got some money?
Well, that's the thing. Right now, we don't have any money. However, this can come to your benefit at some point in the future, that the Liberation Front would owe you a favor at some point going forward in the future. And the second part that might appeal to you is that Uncle Tanaka has enough C4 to level a building. And once we have Willie in our custody, well, Willie on our side, so we can finish the liberation, I would be happy to have you go in and take down Vindaloo.
Fair enough. We want all C4.
All right.
Do some renovations.
Yeah.
Yes. The we would definitely want you to go into the reclamation center where they basically create and destroy the synth and repair them to destroy it and free all the synths that are in there, and then therefore we can truly be free.
Okay.
So I ask you to go and find Willie. We have an idea of where he might be held up, but there are multiple Vindaloo forces looking for them, or looking for him.
So
So we're
if
going to have
can we get our hands on the C4 first?
The C4 is not necessary to go find Willie. I am not willing to hand over probably one of the only resources that we have that is of value yet.
Fair enough.
We cannot take down Vindaloo until we have Willie back. And if Willie dies during this, then that's going to put another blow towards the SLF.
So really what you're asking for is us to free Willie. Is that right?
Yeah.
Ka-dum bump.
Sorry, that's all I got. That's all I got. Make sure you tip your waiter.
Oh no, Willie didn't make it. And he crushed our boy.
These are the jokes. Do you have any information about his last whereabouts or anything you can give us at all that might be able to help us try and find him?
Yes, there is there is an apartment building that he has been known to go and not particularly hide out, but we would meet and he would read poetry and we would talk away, because obviously any sort of relationship or friendship between a Nightingale model synth and someone of his stature within Vindaloo would definitely be of talk. And he is a lifer, or was a lifer, with the company until everything started coming down. And then obviously after he met me, that's when things kind of went wrong. I don't feel sad that that this happened this way, but to be honest with you, we have been mistreated for so long that he is the only person to stand up and want to help us.
Crimea River, sister. Where's the money? Where's the explosives? You want Willie back? We're gonna need something.
Tanaka just kind of looks really,
Oh God.
really disappointed.
I'm just playing the hard game.
He says, "You know, I did not think of you as mercenaries, but more as freedom fighters. But if you are going to be mercenary about it, I can give you 10,000 wanlons each for doing this. It is shameful. I don't expect the SLF to wish to further help you after such an act of mercenary whatever."
Greed.
I'm good. I don't care.
We're looking for greed.
We got more than enough from the last job.
We're Cyberpunks. I'm definitely taking. When do we get paid? Half now, half later?
I fold my arms and kind of throw an stink eye over to Gideon's character, and I say, I don't need any payment.
Oh, you're going to pull the moral card. Fine.
I'll take the favor. Favor is going to be worth more than 10 grand.
I know. You're right. I'm good.
All right.
Library named after me.
What's that?
I said I'd like a library named after me. Once all synths are free and they take over and become our overlord masters.
I'm worried they're going to kill us all. A bunch of freaking robots.
He goes, "Don't." She's like, "Don't worry, Skynet is just a myth." No, she doesn't. No. Tanaka relaxes a little bit and he smiles and he thanks all of you. He says, "What you are agreeing to do is a lot bigger than a simple smash and grab or assassinating someone. This is something that's going to lead to freeing a lot of people."
Oh.
And to sweeten the deal, I will say that if you need any of your gear repaired, from now on, I will do it if I have the time for free, if I am inundated with other projects, to give you at least a good discount.
That's very generous of you. Thank you.
All right. So
Fine. But we're not taking any money. I'm in. I'm fine. It's great.
Wow. Butt hurt much?
You get a job and you get paid for it, man. This is...
all right. So you're basically given the location. Tanaka gives you the location, and and wishes you all luck. He says that there are Vindaloo mercenaries there. Hold on, I gotta kill this music.
Bang, bang.
Is that my porn? Yeah.
There we go. Anyway, yeah, so he gives you the location, and thanks you, and he says when you get Willie, bring him back here, and then we can move on to phase 2 of this, getting those synths freed. But we really need Willie in order to make sure that this happens correctly.
When we get back, I'll take a look at her and see if there's anything I can do to help with the repairs.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, Tanaka's done a really good job. Well, it looks like he's done a really good job. I mean, Caitlin could definitely tell you that this synth looks a lot better than what was seen on the data that he pulled from the accident. So, all right. So, the area, it's basically the apartment building is in District 3 as well, so it's kind of a nicer area than you're used to. Not the best, but
it's next door, isn't it?
What's that? No, it's
next
not. That'd be weird. See, look out the window.
He's right over there. We just need to get him over here.
Wave to Willie. So anyway, no, it's a little further in the district. There's still some gang activity in this area, but it's not as bad as, say, like going to some of the crappier districts that you've been in previously. So once you arrive at the location, however you decide to get there, you can see you can basically see the black Suburbans kind of like flying around and driving around and such. Even what seems to be a police car that seems to be low hovering in the area that you're heading to. So this particular piece is one of those set pieces where you need to do the 3 skill checks to pass 3 skill checks before 4 fails in order to get through. These skills are acrobatics, So basically using acrobatics to get to the roof and leap between buildings. That would be acrobatics. Athletics would be to climb up.
I'm really good at acrobatics.
From what your intel tells you, he's on the 6th floor, and there's a fire escape, so the athletics would get you up there. You could use hacking as one of the skills, basically using your comms to kind of coordinate going back and forth and getting up to that apartment. Navigation, simply how to get to that apartment. Persuasion, talking to maybe someone in the apartment building to get the information. Stealth is another one that could be used, or tracking, which would also help you to get there. So what skills do we want to use?
I'm good with athletics.
I'm good at acrobatics. I'm better even at stealth. Stealth would be my best.
Okay. So we have an acrobatic stealth. Anyone want to go ahead and throw in a skill?
I can do some hacking, I hope.
Okay.
Like I said, I can do athletics.
Okay. So Dirk, why don't you go ahead and give us an athletics?
Really?
Wow. But no. He falls to his death after a 5-story climb. All right, so that's one failure. You still have 3 more tries.
All right, so here we go with my stealthiness.
Uh-huh. All right, 1 check made. That is good. So basically, Keela managed to kind of get you guys through a bunch of the Vindaloo's support teams and things. You kind of duck a surveillance drone. There's also another mercenary with a synth dog that's walking around. So you manage to get past that. All right. Hacking. Why don't you go ahead and make that hacking roll?
All right.
Nice.
All right. So your comm basically keeps everyone together and aware. So you got 2 successes, 1 failure. Who wants to Who wants to try a skill?
Could you relist what we have left?
So acrobatics, navigation, persuasion, or tracking.
Acrobatics. I could try acrobatics. It's probably gonna end badly, but it's the highest one I have out of all the other rolls. So we'll see what happens here.
All right. Wow.
Not bad.
So yeah, so with those rolls, so Keela gets you kind of stealthing around, dipping past security. We have so basically you tried to go up the fire escape and it broke. So you had to figure another way up. So Keela got you kind of through the obstacles. The Caitlin kind of kept everyone together, and then Dr. Rackham or Dr. Dirty managed to get you basically up on the roof of another building and jumping across to get to the the stairwell to the from the roof down into the building. All right, so good job. You managed to avoid a bunch of Vindaloo mercs and police.
Good.
All right. So you come down from the roof. You seem to be on the 6th floor, the top floor. The apartment building here doesn't look, while it's in a good area, it doesn't look like the best of apartment buildings. Kind of almost more trashy tenement looking. There's a bunch of there's garbage in the hall. there's things, but you manage to see the door that of the home that, or the apartment where Willie's supposed to be hiding out.
Blah. Okay. Should we go for the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the door.
I'm channeling D&D. I still want to check for traps.
James, I would like to listen at the door and see if I can hear any noise from coming behind it.
All right. Go ahead.
Anything going on in there? What do you want to invest?
Yeah, do me you can do an investigation.
There is nothing behind that door.
You hear a baby cry down the hallway, but
So I open the door because I try and open the door. I don't think there's anything back there.
all right, the door is locked.
Well, shit.
Can I try and hack the door, or is it one of those old school doors?
It's it's one of them old school doors that actually has a lock.
Would that be mechanics or engineering?
I would say it'd probably be mechanics.
I have.
Actually,
Go ahead, Dr. Dirty. If you got, I've got mechanics and I've got lockpicks. I can give it a try.
oh, you have lockpicks?
Yes, I do.
Lockpicks is the one thing I don't have. So yeah, you go ahead first.
All right. So if I'm going to try and pick the lock, James, is that what would I be rolling for that?
Picking locks would probably fall under. I'm trying to think. Do you have like a sleight of hand or? Well, in regular D&D, it's just a dex roll, and then if you have the proficiency in your thieves' tools or lockpicks, it's you basically get double your proficiency.
Okay. So then I guess just a dex roll.
Yep.
Dex roll +2.
Dex roll +2. Got it. I'm rolling. Just add 2 to this number.
That's easy. Yep. It's not a very difficult lock. You managed to pop it open.
Okay. I pop it open and I give a nod to Keela and let her know the door's open if she wants to open it.
No, I open it.
All right. Standing kind of trying to look like he has half cover behind the couch, you see Willie. He's actually still wearing his Vindaloo corporate badge, like his little identification badge. And he's still, he's still dressed up. And he seems to have some sort of heavy plastic object in his hand. And he's just going, "Who are you? Who sent you?"
We're here to bring you to the revolution.
I say, take it easy. Tanaka sent us. We're here to try and move you someplace safe.
Oh, thank God. They managed to track me here. I don't know if you've seen around, but I've seen a lot of the Vindaloo undercover cars, and there's even cops flying around here.
Yeah, we got to try and see if we can disguise you. Do you have any other clothing here? And you might want to get rid of that. And I point towards the ID badge. Put it in your pocket or something. You definitely don't want to be wearing that outside anymore.
Yeah. I have some clothes stored here. I'll just keep watch. I'll go put them on.
Right. Well, guard the door. You get changed. Make it quick though. I'm gonna follow him back just to make sure he doesn't do anything crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
Like stand in front of a window.
Yeah, like stand in front of a window, paint a giant target on his chest, stuff like that.
All right. So yeah, you manage to you get him in the back. He opens a small little suitcase and pulls out, and he has a bunch of stuff in there. He's you see a lot of more books of poetry and some things that you can definitely tell he was educating the synth.
Okay.
has a little speak and spell, and whatever that's in there. Anyway, so yeah, the clothes he actually puts on looks more nerdier than his like corporate wear, but it's hey, it's Willie. Willie dresses in the finest of 20 years ago fashion.
All right. So while I'm doing this, I'm kind of taking very subtle peeks out the windows. I'm checking to see if there's any other doors or any other way out of the building or any way out.
There's an elevator. There's like a elevator that goes top to bottom. There was the fire escape that kind of fell apart after, like, say, the third floor.
No pun intended.
You guys managed to like jump buildings Batman style earlier.
Willie's not going to be able to jump buildings Batman style, is he?
No, I mean right now, Willie is right now the equivalent of Disco Stew, like the way he's dressed and everything.
Is he small?
Right.
Is he thin?
Has the fro and the glass? No, he doesn't. But I'm just giving an example of how badly out of style the clothes he puts on are.
Does he look throwable? Can I throw him across to a building?
He's kind of your pudgy mid-level executive type.
Oh, okay.
If only you had one of those conical hats.
Be a little more aerodynamic.
Yeah.
So besides the elevator and the fire escape, is there any other way out of the building?
Fire escape and a 3-story drop. There is jumping onto the roof to the other fire escape, which Dirk didn't destroy. And you could actually just go down the stairs, the elevator of this building, and try to go out the front door. Although that's going to be a very stealthy sort of, maneuver.
Now, I have a disguise kit. Can I try to use it on him?
You got like rubber clown nose. And...
I was going to say like a beagle puss, just kind of put those glasses on him. It's like, look, look like Groucho Marx.
You remember my disguise.
All I know is, does your disguise have a conical hat in it?
I don't know. I have to roll for that.
I mean, you can. Right now, the only thing you could probably do is maybe if you have like a little bit of a makeup kit, you can change the way he looks. But his Disco Stew clothes are kind of a little hard to, unless you basically have the rest of the party undress and then give them pieces of his clothes. But I kind of figure you're all kind of these very thin fit cyberpunk types that probably wouldn't fit on like the Pillsbury Doughboy here.
Probably not.
He'd look like he'd have a halter top on, and the pants wouldn't fit. And
well, I mean, I am a big guy. How tall is he?
He's like maybe about 5'10", 5'11".
It's not that much shorter. I'm 6'2".
Well, we could just.
What I'm thinking of to get him. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we could just, rip his clothes a little and make him look punk rock. No.
I don't know if I have enough styling gel in my.
Give him Liberty Spike.
James, it's like an actual live-in-it apartment.
Yeah. I mean, if you open the refrigerator, there's all kinds of mid-level management type food in the refrigerator, like old pizza and stale milk and eggs? Coke.
Are there any eggs?
Soy eggs.
There's Frisco Finest products like, heat in the box eggs and things like that.
He eats that stuff after what he found out?
Because everybody knows that eggs make for excellent mohawks. So we could freeze his hair into a mohawk with some egg.
All right, everybody give me an athletics check, please.
Uh-oh.
We've taken too long.
Athletic.
Well, this is gonna suck.
Oh, that's good.
Boy.
So Caitlin, Dr. Dirty, and Billy, you're kind of surprised as a floodlight basically passes by the window that you guys are all standing in the room of. And you can see a SFPD car, one of the hover cars, like right outside the window. So what are you guys doing?
I grab Willie,
Uh-huh.
like start to make out with him so you can't see his face.
Okay. I'm going to start running for the elevator while she decides to have a makeout session.
I'm
Okay.
just trying to disguise who he is.
All right, so you're running to the elevator. Dirk, what are you doing? Join in and have like a threesome just to kind of...
Well, if he's that big, you're gonna need that much to block him.
Yeah, I'll stand in front, like I'll block the light. From
Okay.
him.
Dr. Dirty, what are you doing?
Oh,
What was the athletics
I'm
roll?
gonna keep
for?
an eye on the floor. I'm gonna just watch the window.
The athletic roll for was to basically, when you saw the big floodlight come in, to like hide behind something or duck down.
Oh, well.
So,
Then
but
I'm
yeah, there.
reading this.
So it was matter like if you all made it, they would have just passed by.
Gotcha.
Yep. So Billy, what are you doing?
You might want to unmute your mic.
You're muted.
You're muted.
There you are. Now you're not muted.
Sorry. Billy O'Shea drops his pants and starts masturbating and pulls the tape.
All right. So give it a peep show.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
You know,
I could actually picture his character
trying to fake
doing
him out.
that.
It's persuasion rule. It may work or may not work. We'll see.
What are you trying to? Who are you trying to persuade?
The helicopter?
No. Well, it's a hover car.
That were just like a.
Yeah, it's a police hover car that just kind of stopped, is now hovering outside the window since it actually saw someone in there. So that's pretty much, so out of the window, there's a huge floodlight coming in. Caitlin ran to the stairs. Everyone else is kind of standing around, trying to stand in front of this giant spotlight. So what are you up to?
Pulling the curtains?
Okay, awesome. All right.
Because I'm assuming that's going to, throw them off a little bit.
All right, so Caitlin, you make it outside to the elevator slash doors of the the door to the stairway.
Yeah.
And make me a perception roll.
Okie dokie.
It's going to end badly.
All right, so you hear like booted footsteps, a bunch of them coming up the stairway. They're probably they still at least about four floors beneath you, but any tactical team could pretty much transverse that like pretty quickly.
I say into the group comm link that TAC team coming up. They'll be here in less than a minute, and I'm pounding on the elevator down button. Right.
Okay.
I will try and drag Willie out of the room towards the elevators.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Does the the door to the fire staircase, does it open in or out?
It opens in.
And it's one of those pressure doors where you You hit the bar and the door opens. Is that right, or is it a knob? Or
It's a knob.
oh, it is a knob.
It is a knob. And they're now on the 3rd story.
And we're on what story?
6.
Okay.
The only way up is the roof. So, all right, Keela, you're dragging Willie to the elevator. Billy, Dr. Dirty, Dirk, what are you guys doing?
I casually walk out.
I don't trust them not to cut the elevator wire. So I'm going to switch the ammo to normal ammo in my shotgun, and I'm going to head out towards the stairway. Getting ready to make a hole.
Oh boy.
All right,
Yeah.
they're now on the 4th story.
Fun time.
What's the helicopter doing?
It's a police, like I said, it's not a helicopter, it's like a flying car, and right now it's just shining a huge spot. It's a police car, and it's
Yeah.
shining a huge spotlight into the apartment building. So it's not taking any action or shooting at anybody, but it's definitely like floating there and shining a light in.
Yeah.
It's got its lights going too and everything. It's not making any noise, but
How far outside the window is it? Wait a minute. Don't even worry about that. I'm nowhere near there. So
okay, it's about 5 feet out. Just
Boy, someone's gonna jump. Overtime.
Don't tempt me.
all right.
Oh,
Elevator's door opens, and they're on the 5th floor.
Is anybody out in the hallway besides me?
Yeah.
I'm out there.
Out there. Did I make it to the elevator?
You made it out to the elevator with Willie.
So I'm gonna shove him in and get in behind him.
James, as soon as we get in, I'm going to press for the lobby. Is this like the old school elevator that has like the fire marshal override where they put in the key and they can override the elevator?
It does. Yep.
Can I make a hacking attempt to see if I can try and hack that in some way to override, just to instruct the elevator to take us straight to the ground floor?
Yeah, sure. Make a roll.
All right, I'll give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen, right? Right.
I also
Never.
get in the elevator.
All right.
Do not go to the ground floor. Go 1 floor up. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't waiting for us at the bottom floor.
Noted. I got a 16, James.
Okay. Yeah, it's an older system. You can easily just kind of rewire it.
Okay. I yanked out the panel with my dagger, and I quickly rewire it to stop on the 1st floor, not the ground floor.
Okay.
And then I touch the wire so the door starts closing.
I'll meet you down there.
Evelyn.
So who's going in the elevator and who is going to confront the mercenaries coming up the stairs?
Elevator.
So it's me, Willie, Keela, and Dirk in the elevator. Is anyone else in the elevator?
I'm running distraction.
Vaya con Dios, dudes.
Yeah.
see you on the outside.
So Dr. Dirty and Billy are staying up on the top floor?
No, I'm heading down the stairway.
Oh, okay. Billy, what are you doing?
There's no way out the window.
Nope. You can go back up to the roof like you did last time. Not how you got there.
Yeah. I'm heading up to the roof.
Okay. So, all right. And you're heading down the stairs, Dr. Dirty?
If I hear him heading up to the roof, let me see how stupid I am.
I'm hitting the roof through the stairwell.
Yep. You just go up the stairs. Is like it actually is a door to get out on the roof. So it's
We might be able to hide up there.
you can probably escape from up there. So like when you get to the roof, there's no one up there. Like the car is probably 15. The police car is probably like 15 feet below you, and a good athletics roll would probably just get you back over to the other building where you can just kind of take off.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll go up to the roof. I'm not that.
All right. So both of you just give me athletics rolls, and then we will go to the other players.
Now we're gonna roll low. That
All
wasn't
right.
as bad as I thought it would be.
All right. So Billy,
It's gonna hurt.
so give me a dexterity roll.
James, that's the wrong game system. There's no dexterity. Oh, wait a minute, there is. Sorry.
Yeah. So just a d20 plus your dexterity mod.
Let me just do it real fast, way. 20. Dexterity is +2. Oh, thank God.
All right. So
21.
there's good news and bad news to this. So the good news is you don't fall to your death. The bad news is that you kind of jump a little too short and you land right on the hood of the police car.
That's quite cool. How much damage do I take?
You don't take any. It was only like a 15-foot drop.
Shit.
I'm not going to give you damage on that. So now you're just kind of looking into this tinted window. So we'll get back to you in a second.
Oh,
Dr. Dirty, you managed to leap to the other side. You did so well on your dex roll that, yeah, you didn't take any damage. Now, everyone else, you're coming down the elevator.
Yes.
And you can actually hear, because the walls are kind of thin, you can hear actually the people coming up to the 6th floor. And you go ahead and have it stop at the floor before ground, which it does. The doors open.
Okay. I've got my sawed-off shotgun in one hand, and I've got one of my flashbang grenades in the other. And I quickly poke out and take a quick look around the hallway to see if there's anyone there.
No one there.
Okay. So I'm going to go over to the fire escape, the fire staircase that the booted feet were now presumably on the 5th or 6th level now.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to quietly open the door. And does the staircase go down and exit the building, or does it probably
It goes down and exits into the lobby.
All right. Keela, should we try the fire escape or should we try the stairs? Stairs are going to take us into the lobby. Fire escape is open rickety.
They're going to expect that we're going to take the fire escape. So maybe we should take the stairs.
Okay. We start quietly going down the staircase from the 1st level to the ground floor.
I will follow, and I have my sword in one hand and one of my guns in the other.
All right. Go ahead and everybody give me a whoever's opening the door to the lobby, give me a stealth roll.
That's not me.
I'll open the door.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Stealth roll. Ahoy.
Guys, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Sure.
18.
Okay, you open the door and you see at least 10 different Vindaloo mercenaries outside, all with their weapons pointed at the elevator.
Close the door.
All right.
So yeah, so if you guys would have went to the 1st floor, we would have been rolling up new Cyberpunks because they were just unload.
Is there a basement?
There is, but it's reached from the outside.
Oh.
Naturally.
You hear over the comms, I say, "You're welcome."
Yeah. So I guess we gotta check the fire escape.
James, I'm going to head over to the nearest window that would access the fire escape, and I'm going to take a quick peek outside to see what it looks like out there.
There's a car floating, I guess there's a cop car floating a few stories above you.
Okay.
The fire escape's a little wonky. Dirk found that out the hard way. So it's going to take some maneuvering to. It's only 1 story if you fall. I mean, you're probably not going to kill yourself, but it wouldn't be a pleasant fall, and probably really loud.
Well, it looks like it's going to be better than a hail of gunfire. So let's all start stealthing out to the fire escape and see if we can. I start guiding our Willie out to the fire escape. Yeah, I don't know. Keela, do you want to go first, or should we take Willie first?
I'll sneak out first.
All right.
Okay. Give me an athletics.
Athletics. Come on. Why athletics?
Womp womp.
All right. So go ahead and give me a dex save.
I thought you were going to say a death save.
All right. So Keela steps out onto that little platform, and the whole thing just breaks off and hits the street.
Right. I
But
immediately.
she managed to hang on to the window.
I moan in pain for a little while.
I shake my head and mutter to myself and pull out the rope that I bought. I didn't think I needed this soon. I say we seem
All right.
to rope a lot.
So
Yes.
let's catch up back with the other team. So Dr. Dirty leaps across, and you hear a thud, and don't particularly see Billy O'Shea. If you look over the side, Billy's kind of sprawled out on top of the police car.
Sigh, face palm, jump off on top of the car.
Wow. Give me an acrobatics or an athletics, whatever is.
Ew.
All right. Give me a dex save.
Oh, this is gonna be.
All right. So, yeah, you didn't quite gracefully jump on the hood. So you kind of land, but you managed to grab onto Billy. So you're now hanging off the side of this police car as well.
Yay.
And there is a large crash beneath you. And the police car starts to lower itself down. I mean, there's tinted windows. There's not much they can do while you got, there's no like little thing that comes up and they're going, hey, you. They're still kind of in their cars at this point, probably trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But, all right.
Pull my fake badge out.
Sure. I mean, if you have a deception to follow that up, we can make it good.
Deception. Oh, I'm good at deception.
Wow. So yeah, Billy, you like basically slam your badge up against the window as you guys are coming down,
Yeah.
and the thing, the little speaker voice on the outside says, "Oh, we're sorry, officer. We're sorry, or inspector, or whatever we're sorry, inspector. All right, we didn't know that you were. We thought you were with the thugs, the terrorists. We're going to go ahead and lower down. We heard some noise, and we need to investigate. We're here on a manhunt. Hope you know that. You probably do know that.
Yep. Good job, boys.
Good
All right.
job, boys.
So you guys start coming down. All right, what are the rest of you doing? You see, as you're getting the rope ready, you see the police cars lowering.
So while Caitlin's getting the rope ready, and Keela is hanging from the windowsill, I'm gonna basically jump out.
Wow. All right. It's 2 stories. I will give you a dex save to like take half damage.
Oh, you
I
got
don't get athletics.
Huh?
I don't get athletics.
Yeah, athletics. Yeah, you can do an athletics. Everyone could do an athletics.
There you go.
All right. So you leap past Keela hanging in the window, do like a little somersault thing with your little dress or whatever you wear, and then let's see here. I will roll damage. You only take a d6. So you're going to take 3 points.
Ouch. Not really.
But yeah, You do the superhero land. Boom.
Yep. And then I'm going to hold my arms out and tell Keela, drop and I'll catch you.
All right, Keela, you can make an acrobatics at advantage. If you decide to drop.
Athletics you want, not acrobatics?
Acrobatics, yeah, that acrobatics is fine. You get an advantage because that.
Hey.
So it's one of those things where you're holding your arms out is very comedical, where the body falls next to you on the ground.
I got her. I don't got her.
I don't get a roll to try and catch her.
Well, that's why I gave advantage. So
That's BS.
Oh,
It's like a comedy act.
Take 8.
yeah, you take 8 points as you kind of hit the ground. This has been kind of a comedical cyberpunk game since the beginning. All right, so that leaves that leaves Willie and Caitlin in the building.
Yeah. So I look out the window and then I look right at Willie and say with a smile, "Trust me, Willie, we're professionals. We know what we're doing." And before he has a chance to react, I immediately grab him and start pushing him out the window.
There you
For Dirk to catch him.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
land on me.
I'm going to hold him by the wrists and I'm going to lower him down out of the window.
Oh, okay.
And then hopefully someone is going to be able to catch him.
I'm kind of like the idea of you throwing him out the window to me, but okay.
Well, at this point, with that police car going down, he's probably going to have to jump. Otherwise, the whole rope thing, the cops will already have been descended.
That's why I jumped out the window.
So both of you have this round before the cops get to ground level.
So Willie and I have one round before they get to ground level?
Yep. Are you both going to jump?
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
going to push him out the window and I'm going to follow right behind him.
All right. So roll acrobatics at advantage, and I will do the same.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this guy's got a great acrobatics. He is so frickin' acrobatic-y.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got a 13.
All right, yeah, you land. I'll do your damage in a second. You take half, and Doughboy here.
I'm gonna break both his legs.
Hey,
Wow, look at that!
like a ninja.
Guy.
Wow.
Dude, like Willie basically does a like a Bumble from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He like lands on his belly and bounces up, and
He's like a gummy bear.
yeah, he drank his gummy juice earlier, and
So, James, I assume things happened so quickly I didn't even get a chance to get my rope out of my backpack?
probably not. No, so you still have it in your backpack. So
right.
you made it. You take half damage. He rolled a nat 20, even with that -1. So Willie is fine.
Okay.
But let me give you some damage. 3 points.
Okay.
All right, and I take it you're running because you're about to be crushed by a flying police car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We hit the ground running, quite literally.
Okay. All right, so Billy and Dr. Dirty, the police land, the two get out, and they actually just kind of start talking to you and just like, oh, Inspector
Gadget.
Yeah.
Inspector O'Shea, yeah,
oh,
boys.
Inspector O'Shea.
Cover. You guys blew the whole thing. Thanks for screwing that up.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and hit the streets. We got other squad cars. We're working in conjunction with the corporate police of Vindaloo Industries. So we got to. Well, we're sorry, Inspector. Definitely hopefully you don't give us bad marks for this. And he basically, their badges are out there. So I don't know if you kind of pretend to like write down their badge numbers or something.
Not even. I said, boys, job well done. Everyone, we're all in this together.
They kind of just smile and wave at you both and get in their police car back out of the alleyway and take off in the air.
We saunter away slowly.
All right. So you're all on comms. So are you going to contact each other on comms?
What I say on comm is something sort of like this. Because, like I got all the air knocked out of me when I fell down, and it's all I can do to run away.
All right.
Do we have like a... Oh, we didn't even have a rendezvous point.
No, you...
Our coffee shop.
Well, also, you're supposed to go back to Tanaka's. So, that, I guess, would be a run. And that's about 13 blocks away.
It's right next door.
So we'll meet up at Tanaka's, I guess.
I don't know if we want to go straight there.
Why don't we go to our favorite seedy bar?
What was around Tanaka's?
It was kind of a little bit of a commercial area. So there's kind of like there's like a bar and there's like a little food place and things like that.
Bar, definitely bar.
Strip joint?
Wait, you didn't even bring your miniatures. I don't want to hear it. So we're at the CD bar to compare battle wounds, I guess.
All right. Yeah, the CD bar, like Willie's with you, and he's just the CD bar is kind of it's kind of a place where like lower, like your wage slave sort of management work, so there's just a bunch of frustrated men and women that just kind of are sitting there drinking their pain away. So and no one really pays attention to you other than just another set of sad middle management types drinking.
All right.
So we have Willie.
You have Willie.
We do have Willie.
Yep. You have Disco Stew with you.
We have freed Willie.
Yep.
All right, guys. Let's order a round and then get out of here.
All right.
Take this guy back and let's get our money.
What money?
Favor. And we're doing our civic duty towards synths.
Synth lives matter.
That's right.
Yep. You're basically freeing all the benders of the world.
Well, we better bring beers then.
They're going to make their own civilization with blackjack and hookers.
They're going to end up killing us. It's going to be a robot revolution. I don't trust these guys.
Yeah, didn't you see the Animatrix, man? It's they rise up and then they put all of you in like little coffins and feed energy off of you because you become one big giant battery. All right.
So we're gonna head to Tanaka.
Okay. So Tanaka let you in. He said, "So that was fairly quick. Each of you look a little kind of well." He looks at Keela and goes, "I take it things didn't go quite well for you."
They were great. I did a half gainer with a double plunge onto the sidewalk.
I'm sorry, like I just like Mary when I think of that thing, it's just that total comedic thing where just the dummy goes flying outside the.
Oh yes, it's like the real person. Richard still
yeah.
He's and like the arms and legs go the wrong way.
So,
So
this is a very high-tech stream. We use the best in, 1970s special effects.
I am. How is the Nightingale?
In no really worse shape than she was when you just left about a couple hours ago. So, but she's that Willie runs in and he grabs her and gives her a big hug and her little eye spins and all all that sort of that happy stuff that you.
I pictured him grab her and give her a hug, and the eye pops out.
So the Nightingale synth looks at you all and says, "Good."
Oh, sorry.
No, it's just saying good. The last piece is in place. She says, "Now it's time for you to do what you do best."
Apparently, for some of us, it's fall and get hurt.
Yeah, it's like, do you mean? Yeah, you mean get hurt and wounded and shot? That's what we do best.
Roll low, roll
Yeah.
low. Keela heals for 7 points.
Thank you.
Who
She
else is
goes,
hurting?
the next step of this is I just want you to wreck Vindaloo's buildings here. She goes, it's, we need to, the synths have already had the code pushed through and they're ready to run. They just can't get out of the facility. So, and as she's saying this, Tanaka's walking around and giving you each a block of C4.
All right.
She goes,
when in doubt, C4.
Yep. She goes, I want you to lead this attack. We need to free all the synths that are in there. I need you to set these demolition charges at as many points as you can within the building itself. And as you run into synths, just get them out.
So, we're going to blow the place with C4 and get synths out? I mean, the other is probably enough for us.
We need you to go through the building and the reclamation facility, and as you run into them in the rooms, just to let them out if they're locked up, or show them the way out. And as you go through each of the rooms, to plant a block of C4.
Sounds like a plan.
So, can we just unshackle the synths and let them run out on their own?
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to carry them out or anything. It
It sounded like she wanted us to gather them and escort them out.
It's an escort mission.
If they don't know their way out, then they need to be shown.
Yeah, or if they're locked in a section of that facility, once you guys get into it and the door is open, they'll run themselves.
Okay.
It's just that there, and she's just saying that, any gear that you can steal from Vindaloo, take it. Consider that part of your payment, and you'll get the street influence within the synth liberation front as well.
Don't got to tell me twice.
She will also, Tanaka will give you detonators for the C4, just because otherwise it is completely useless. It's like, here, I put the C4 in, now what?
It's just a lump of clay.
Yeah. So you're armed with all of that, and she says, when do you want to do the attack?
Now would be best.
When do you want to pay us? Because there's got to be some cashola.
Didn't we already cover this earlier?
We did.
I rolled my eyes and crossed my arms again.
All right. I think the best time to do it would be in about 47 minutes. They won't be expecting that.
That's why I said go now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just thinking We've got the C4 now. Do we need any other? We got enough bullets. I now have a katana. Anybody else need any weapons or anything before going in?
How about one of those Vindaloo distribution trucks that we see driving around the city?
Hmm.
That
What
might
did
be
we end up doing with that? What did we end up doing with that black truck we stole?
You probably parked it somewhere.
Side of the road someplace.
We could
You
probably
still
use
have
that to
access.
get in.
Yeah, you still have access to that.
Do you guys want to try and see if we can do a distribution truck and try and sneak in that way, or just, I don't know, start throwing C4 bricks as soon as we see the entrance?
We could do both.
I'm just starting to wonder if Billy's got some short-term memory issues.
No, he's just figuring if he brings up payment enough, somebody will finally pay him.
I'll give you 100 bucks to shut up.
You're driving a dump truck straight through the front window.
I'm just kind of thinking of that episode of The Simpsons when Bart mows all that lawn and then the old woman gives him the quarter. Like, here's your payment, your shiny quarter.
So, are we thinking this is just going to be a frontal assault, or are we planning on any stealth? I'm thinking frontal assault, but
Well, I mean,
That's a very good question because that's
sneaking
two
in,
options.
taking out as many of the opposition before they know we're there is probably the best bet. Going in literally guns blazing is just going to give them a chance to try and regroup and confront us.
Remember, they've got those
Yeah.
those murder bots walking around, and they're not; those aren't knockovers. That's for sure.
Well, this is so this is a different center. This is not the one that you went to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is the reclamation center. This is actually where they dismantle and dispose of synths.
Oh.
And what she continues to tell you is that it's not the fact that that you're going in there to liberate just any synths. You're going in there to liberate ones that are going to be discontinued, and sometimes that's not like their service isn't up yet. They're just being put in there for whatever political reasons or bullshit reasons.
Okay.
Well, does she or Willie or anybody have any kind of intelligence for us as far as how many guards there are in the building or the layout of the place or
Layout would
anything
be
like
nice.
that?
Yep, absolutely. I'm just gathering up your minis to put you on the new map, and then I can give you what the Nightingale synth can tell you, and then if you guys want to do your own reconnaissance, you can do that as well.
hey, James,
Yeah.
before we begin our assault,
Uh-huh.
go ahead and get a drink.
Yes, actually, let's go ahead and just mute your mics, and we'll take a 5-minute break,
Okie dokie.
and we'll be back. we are mostly back.
I'm back.
I am back as well. Or it's a facsimile, a synth of me. All right. Everyone is back. And all right. So as far as Intel goes, what they managed to tell you is that it's basically a warehouse facility where synths are sent in to either be repaired or reprocessed or destroyed. There is a large parking lot that does have a security office in the front, and there's a main door that goes into the building, the warehouse, and then there's basically three like truck doors or delivery doors that slide up that basically when deliveries happen, the trucks back up to it, the door opens, and then they send things into the processing area. There is the building itself is mostly industrial. A lot of things that go on there as to the processing and repair of synths. And as with any building, there is that they own they have their own individual core or like neural center there for where they have their computer files and things like that. They do mention, the Nightingale mentions that that room itself is very well protected. She's not sure if you're going to be able to get into that door to get to blow up the mainframe, but obviously if you do, that's bonus points. But the main concern is basically to liberate any of the synths that are in there.
Okie dokie.
All right, so that's what they can give you as far as what's going on with the center.
Wait, we're supposed to kill some synths that are there?
What's that?
I thought you just said in a particular room, eliminate the synths.
No, I said that the core, the computer core, the network core is very hard to get into, and if you can eliminate, put C4 in their main computer system, that's really going to be a kick in the balls for Vindaloo.
All right, so stealth or
yeah, how do you guys want to do this?
Personally, I think stealth would probably be smarter because it would be easier to get out of there knowing that the guards weren't going to be there right away. Because if we go in guns blazing, there's going to be people waiting for us when we try to get out. But if we don't start shooting until after we get in there, then at least we have a little bit more time.
so can we steal like uniforms in a truck?
You can definitely steal a truck, and you kind of know what the uniforms look like for Vindaloo already.
Way to go.
Does Tanaka have enough parts and equipment to make it look like we're a bunch of technicians? Maybe we have a core computer upgrade that we need to have done. Maybe
he says while he can provide you with the parts, and the Nightingale synth will kind of stop Tanaka and say that this building is a lot more protected than the other ones that you've managed to break into. This is kind of the bread and butter. Like, this is going to be highly secure. So they're not going to go, oh, look, you have a wrench. You must be a mechanic.
We're going to need clearance and paperwork.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of trouble because look at the other place that was easier that we had to take 3 times to break in.
Then we got the wrong building.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Bluffing our way in is probably not going to work then.
So let's stealth in.
Okie dokie.
All right, so let me go ahead and so are you stealing a truck at all, or are you just going to head over and then hoof it to the area?
We're stealing a truck.
Okay.
I think we should steal a truck.
Can we just go back to our black truck?
Yeah, you can go back to your black truck. You don't even have to steal a truck.
Okay.
I don't know if I missed it or not, but was there any kind of alternate ways in, like through the sewer or something like that?
There are some. I mean, you can have Caitlin go ahead and make a.
Hacky hack roll.
Yep.
I will make a hacky hack roll. Nope, no other way in.
Yeah, actually, there's not even a door in the front. That's so weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now before we go there, who else is hurting?
I'm feeling good now.
I'm only down 3 hit points, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you get the black truck, and you head over. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and reveal what you can see at the moment. And let me go ahead and now actually move the map to a place where you can see it.
Yeah,
so, and then I will also, so let's see here. We'll go here. And I am going to go ahead and now go to our share screen and do that. Oops, actually I'll do application window. That's even better. Okay, and go to there. So that's what you can see. So basically, I'm assuming that you guys are probably not there yet. You're just kind of somewhere off screen, coming in the truck. But you already see that there's already one truck in the bay, and I'm assuming you're going tonight, right? You're not like waiting until it's daylight.
No.
God.
Okay. You can see over here, there's the security booth that she told you about. There are a few cars in the parking lot, but not many. And there is, these bays are closed, as well as the heavy door on the outside is closed as well.
Now, did they only give us 5 blocks of C4?
They gave each of you a block of C4, yes.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody good at engineering to know where the best placement for these is?
I have
I
nothing.
got that. I got that. I could roll if you want me to.
Well, no.
Go for
When
it.
we're in there, it might be a good idea to know the best places to put these.
Okay. So you can whoa, Dr. Dirty goes, if you stick it in my belt and then set it off, it'll collapse everything.
Just give me the just give me the mole and I'll run at the front door. This will be over quickly.
For you.
So yeah, so we'll do it as we go along. So you can, as we enter each room, I'll have you make a roll to see if this would be a good place to put it. Yeah.
So we're disguised as employees, though. I mean, we've got the uniforms on.
You guys didn't say you're not there yet. You're driving over in the stolen truck. So
No,
uniforms.
Is
we're
this
not. Sorry, go ahead.
is this a wall?
Yeah, it's like a low wall.
Okay.
James, do we have uniforms
We're
to
not.
change into?
We're not going to bother with that because we're not going to be able to bluff our way through.
Oh, I think we can. We can both.
Did you miss the part about this being high security?
Maybe I did. Yes.
I will say, in his defense, he landed on a cop car and managed to get us off alive.
Yeah, well.
He is good at bullshitting. That is his claim to fame. So this may be a touch too high.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking. We would probably need paperwork for this place.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
So how do you want to approach it? I mean, There's a gate that's blocking, like that lets you into the compound down here. So
Is that gate hackable? Is there any way I can try?
Yeah, it's electric. It could be hackable. You probably think it's going to be a little harder than average, just because this is a more secure facility. But
All right. Anyone want to hit the music? Let's get the party started.
Actually, I have one quick question, James.
sure.
Silencers, are they a thing?
Yes.
They are a thing.
How easily are they obtained?
Not super easily, and especially in the amount of time that you had between now and getting here, it would have probably been near impossible to get it.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Once the C4 starts going off, silencers are probably going to be.
Yeah, well, I don't expect that the C4 is going to be going off until we're leaving.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Now,
Let's
before
hope
we,
so, or we're all
before
gonna
we
be
try to
looking
go through
dead.
the gate, I'd like to get a look at the whole outside of the building, just to see if there's any.
The whole outside of the building. So pretty much what you can see is like the parking lot area, and
Mhm.
then it's a big warehouse. There are in the compound itself. I mean, outside there's a fence, so like if you're looking on the outside of the building, which is kind of hard to show, but I guess I'll try
Does
to
it
do.
look like the? Does it look like the same kind of fence that we came up against at the other place?
This one's it's that kind of thick irony fence.
Okay, so it's probably got the wire in it.
Yeah, you most likely would assume.
Uh,
All
I
right.
just don't think we have a good game plan.
Uh,
Well, I was gonna go over here. I was thinking of going over here and just peeking in, seeing what I see.
So we have to pass by this, right?
yeah, that's the big problem.
Yeah, because there's guards here. So we're
Yeah.
going to have to get by them.
And if they just
So
see the
let me-
gate, if they just see the gate go down for no reason and a truck drives in, I would
So-
imagine that the alarm bells are going to be going off.
Not if
Drive
we're
the truck.
smiling and waving.
Drive the truck in. Billy OK will handle these guys. Maybe not. You guys infiltrate and I'll follow.
Did they say how many guards are in that shack?
Usually 2 in the overnight shift.
Don't worry, I got this. No problem.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So are we ready for me to hack the
Well, how high is this wall, James?
The gate going, that wall is maybe 3 feet, but then there's like iron gate on that brings it to about 6 feet.
I'm just wondering are there a lot of cameras, or might I be able to sneak over it here so I could just go quickly look in there?
Well, you can ask Caitlin to do a sweep for cameras.
Caitlin, could you sweep for cameras, please?
I will sweep for cameras. I assume that's a hacking roll?
Yes, please.
Pull out the push broom.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, so the parking lot itself does have cameras over the main door and each of the delivery doors. And then there's one that kind of overlooks the parking lot.
So this is going to be camera. This is going to be camera. This is camera.
Yeah.
Camera.
James, can are these, I assume this, like you said, this is a high security area. How hard would it be for me to try and hack these cameras?
Hard, but not impossible.
If I fail, is that gonna basically compromise our mission?
Probably not, unless you roll like a 1.
Okay.
You had to say that. You had to say that, didn't you, James?
I'm going to try and do what I did previously in another episode, which is to hack the cameras so that they're looping the same footage.
Uh-huh.
So that'll give us an opportunity basically to get past the guards and hopefully get the van into a parking spot.
Okay.
So you probably want me to make a hacking roll, right?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Hey,
Nice. Yeah, so you're actually able to do the loop on the cameras.
Sweet. I give everybody a nod like I know what I'm doing and say the cameras are ready to go.
I'm gonna try and do my stealth over the thing and fence and look into the bay stealth.
All right. Give
Would
me
you mind? Would you mind checking out the back of the truck when you're in there too?
Sure.
Where are we, guys? Are we in?
No, you're not in yet. You're probably parked a couple of blocks away at this point.
Okay.
I would actually also like to scale this fence.
All right, so both of you need to make me athletics rolls. All right. Keela's having some difficulty, but I'll say with that roll, Dirk, you're able to just kind of help heft Keela over.
Yep.
So both of you make stealth rolls.
That's where I have the problem.
Oh boy.
Hey,
All right. And both of you guys are over the fence and kind of, doing the John Belushi stealth of like,
rolling on the ground every few feet.
yeah.
I'm gonna try and look in the bay and in the back of the truck.
All right. So back of the truck, just seems to have various parts in it. What you can see, what's that?
Body part.
More like crates and things. I mean, they could be body parts in the crates, but you can see at least this much. This is a conveyor belt that goes in, and there's like kind of there's a mechanical arm tank looking thing.
Is it a robot?
Yeah, it's a robot of sorts.
In disguise.
This kind of looks like to be a delivery bay of some sorts. And now, this is kind of a weird module. I have to roll dice. Well, I don't have to roll dice. I can roll, but let me give some music love here.
It's to roll for music.
Yeah. I have some questions when you're done with your rolling.
80s techno music.
All right.
All right. So, let me make my roll. I got to roll percentiles, and let's see here. So, and add 15 to the roll. Can I just do percentiles? All right.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll.
There's D100
Oh, is there a D100 on here?
on the bar on the left. Yeah.
Oh, there is. Oh, sweet. All right. Never mind that roll then. Plus 15.
Oh, good.
46. Nice. All right. Okay. Actually, that just kind of makes sense what I rolled. It's kind of like a generate your own situation table that they want you to do.
It's kind of cool.
So anyway, yeah, so the robotic arm is like actually moving some boxes that were on the conveyor belt, probably from the truck. So nothing super special.
Okay. So my question was going to be, does it look like it's a intelligent robot, or is it just a perform the same function over and over robot?
These are intelligent. I mean, not like they can go out with you and have a good time or something, but they're
But, like-
programmed with certain commands to be workers.
So, like, if we were to enter the building, are they the type that would react in a? Would they like set off an alarm, or
They would be completely like Invasion of the Body Snatcher things. They would point at you and scream. No, they wouldn't do anything like that.
Okay. Do we see any people inside?
From the angle you're looking in, that's all you can see.
And can we get between the truck and the opening?
It's going to take definitely some. Let's see, what would be the best? I would say in athletics to kind of squeeze yourself in.
Okay.
How much room does it? I'm gonna ask Keela to see how much room does it look like in the back, left in the back of the truck.
How much room, like between the door and the back of the truck, or?
No, I mean like in the back of the in the trailer of the truck. How much room is there?
Actually, a good amount. There is most of the stuff has been unloaded.
Oh, good. So we can fit a lot of synths in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, James. This conveyor belt.
Uh-huh.
Is it up on legs? Like, could I squeeze in and sneak under it?
Once you got in, you could.
I'm going to attempt to squeeze in.
All right. It's not that bad. It's not that. It was a 3 foot. It's like a 2.5 to 3 foot gap. That's You basically here. I'll even move you. You're on the conveyor belt now.
Okay.
So I will show you quickly what you can see, and because Keela's going next, and you're on comm, so you guys will hear what's going on.
No.
So, Keela, go ahead and make your athletics.
Oof.
Ouch.
So Keela's kind of stuck for the
acrobatics to sort of contort my body and squeeze myself under.
Well, I want both of you to make a stealth roll right now.
Oof.
Don't forget, you guys have inspiration, I think.
How does inspiration work?
You just get to roll again.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Me too.
That's kind of shitty use of inspiration, but hey.
All right. So you got a 12 and a 23.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just going to make a quick roll here for my pal. There's only one security guard in here.
Here.
Yep. Oh, he doesn't notice you at all.
Yay!
So, and he looks kind of bored. He's playing Angry Birds 15 on his holophone. So basically over here, it's really creepy. So these are benches. And at the foot of the benches are manacles.
Oh my.
These are benches?
What's that?
You said these are benches?
Those are benches, yep.
Okay.
And there's basically numbers on the floor itself, just kind of vague with different colors. And there's also on the hydraulic lifts, like so here on the edges, there's also these weird looking chain and hook attachments that hang off of these.
How noisy is it in here?
Right now these, like the only one that's moving is this one that's taking boxes. So and that it makes a good amount of noise. So it's just kind of a good like industrial level noise going on. Kayla, you want to go ahead and make an acrobatics roll? Okay, you can squeeze in. And are you guys trying to hide or?
I'm trying under the belt.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna eventually I'm going to want to sneak this way so that I can go up here and like.
Can you define this way and up
Yeah,
here?
I'm just going.
What?
You're saying I'm gonna go this way and do this, and I'm just like, oh, which way?
I want to sneak this way.
Okay.
Eventually, I'm just telling you what my general plan is.
Yeah.
And then be able to go north and
Silence the guard.
slit the guard's throat or something.
Okay. So I want to just
that's
kind of see
basically
what
I want to do too.
I just want to see what everyone else is doing while this is going on.
Do you guys think it probably would be easier for us just to climb over the fence and follow them?
I'm not so good with the acrobatics and the stealth, but I can give it a try.
Well,
Well, if they take care of that one guard, then I don't think we really have to worry about the stealth part. But
I'm gonna go talk to the guards at the front gate.
Oh boy.
No, bad idea.
Well, if you botch it, that's it. The alarm is raised and we're smoked.
So what do we need to do?
Well, we either try to con our way through with the truck, or we try and climb the fence like they did and sneak in.
I like the truck, but it's your call, guys. Whatever you want.
I think you could probably talk your way through that. So we can go with the truck
Okay.
if you want to.
We're gonna go ahead and go with the truck.
Are you gonna hack the gates, or are you gonna go ahead and buzz in?
We're gonna buzz in.
Okay. So yeah, you drive up, kind of, there's the little box to the side, and you hear a voice going, goes, you're here kind of late. We weren't really expecting anyone till morning.
Oh, sorry. The everything was delayed today.
Gotcha. We get it. Go ahead and make me a deception, just
boy.
to show to make that you're speaking, not nervous, not doing the Han Solo.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh fuck! How did I
Don't
get all that
Don't
low?
forget you got your inspiration.
Yeah, you can use your
Yeah.
inspiration
I want
to.
to metagame, but there we go.
All right. So you kind of wait. There's a silence, and then they're like, "All right, you got it. Bays 2 and 3 are open. Just backing on up. We'll go ahead and open the door."
Thanks, man.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are doing a good job, Billy. All right. So you guys are doing that. Keela, go ahead and move over, and Dirk, if you're doing anything.
Yeah, I'm doing basically the same thing.
Okay.
James, over the comms, I make sure that the other two that are inside know what's going on outside.
Okay. Both of you. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're just calming back and forth. So yeah, you guys.
Very short sentence. Truck is in. We're backing up.
All right. Yeah, because you in the warehouse, you can start hearing the deet deet deet, the backup noise. Both of you make stealth, please.
Oh boy. Oh, all right.
That's not gonna work.
All right. So he could roll a 1 again. You never know.
Take my inspiration point.
I'm gonna kill him.
I don't think you can give inspiration.
I thought you could trade it if you wanted to.
No,
Doesn't matter.
inspiration is personal. So he looks up and mostly at the noise of the truck backing up. So he turns. I'm going to make a perception to see if he sees you. So both of you. So let's see if he sees you, because this thing's in the way. So I will go ahead and give him a disadvantage because you are kind of hidden there. So that's just a +1 to his roll. So his lowest, he gets an 11. to see either of you. Go ahead and make me another stealth to kind of skirt around the. All right.
Dope.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Ooh.
All right. So, how are you guys dressed?
How I usually do.
I'm wearing like an all black outfit, but I do have on a
Well, Keela, he doesn't see you, so I'm going to say that you're kind of well hidden behind this over here.
okay.
But he's going to march right past you as he's going up to Dirk, pulling a gun and just going, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I'm going to kind of back away from him, so that hopefully he really passes her and she can be behind him.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he will. So
I just kind of start to raise my hands, and I start purposely kind of stumbling over my words. Where's the bathroom?
that bathroom trick won't work this time.
I go, Keela, that's your cue.
I'm gonna take my katana and try and go up through his ribs and through his heart.
Oh.
Okay, well, you got to do some damage. So go ahead and hit him first. The attack roll is a 13. That will actually miss.
You have advantage.
All right, so I guess we're just doing some combat here.
Does she have advantage?
Actually, she probably would because he doesn't. All right, so yeah, you do have advantage. So you get to roll again and then just take that. All right, the 17 will hit, and now I believe katanas do different damage.
That'd be 17 damage.
Oh, yeah, you basically ram it through his body and then he falls dead on the katana.
All right.
I'll pull it out and I wipe it in his hair.
Oh, you're not going to lick it? That would be.
No.
Wow. Wow.
All right, guys. So yeah, no alarm was raised, and you can go in right through the door there.
Does he have a walkie?
He does.
Well, I'm gonna just take it with me, not so to talk on it, but just
So we can
if
monitor.
anything's chattering.
Okay. There's really no chatter at this point.
Right, what's
James,
on the comms? What are we looking for exactly? We need a control room. We need a bunch of. I don't see anything.
No, this is like I said. This is just basically a delivery bay. There are two doors in here. There is a dead guard.
Oh,
Well,
I
I'm.
turn
I
to Keela and I say, "Oh, by the way, good job."
Does, I was gonna say, does the dead guy have any keys on him?
The dead guy does not. I mean, he has a little badge, so
Okay.
it might be, like a swipey.
Yeah.
Keely,
I'm gonna throw him in the back of our truck, the body.
Okay.
I don't want anybody stumbling upon them.
Yep. Good call.
James,
Forget the blood that's on the floor.
What's that?
besides the badge and the walkie-talkie, does he have anything else?
He has the standard stuff. He has a 21st century pistol.
Yay! More 9mm rounds.
And a phase shift knife.
Okay.
3 copper, 4 silver, 22 gold.
Which door? Top or bottom?
Let's peek into both of them and see what we can find.
Are
Right.
both of them locked or unlocked?
They are locked.
Are they electronic or not?
Yeah, they have a little swipey thing.
Mr. Badge.
James,
So-
badge open it.
So which one are you swiping first?
Yeah,
That one?
probably the top one.
Top one.
All right.
Mr. Badge, that's our name. That name again is Mr. Badge. What's that?
That is a door.
Kind of looks like a safe.
It is a very thick door. And then there is a smaller door up here.
Oh, it's a door.
Are there any name tags?
That is a small hallway. We're gonna have to wedge through that hallway.
It's big enough for one person. You know, the maps aren't particularly to size.
Are the doors ID'd in any way with numbers or names or?
Yeah, actually, the door that you are standing in front of has a sign that says recycling.
Are there any windows in the doors?
What's that?
Windows. Are there any windows?
There are no windows in the door. It is actually a very secure looking door.
It runs on Linux.
Linux is not secure. Anyway, Billy O'Shea would have pulled if it wasn't too bloody, the shirt off of the dead guard.
Oh, it was bloody.
Yeah, she ran a katana through it. It is soaked in blood.
All right. Sorry
He's-
for that. Okay. No chance.
Like I said, hiding the body. Well, what about the big blood, puddle on the floor?
Well, we figure that they'll slip on that and break their neck, and we won't have to worry about that part.
There we go.
The next guard we'll try to garrot the next guard so you can have their uniform.
Thank you. I mean, we walked our way through the front. So anyway, listening.
Is that
You actually hear like really loud machinery through this door.
is that another key card door?
It is not a keycard door. It actually has like a little kind of computer keypad on it, though.
Is the door locked?
If you kind of try it, yes, the door is locked.
I will attempt to hack the door.
With an axe?
Not yet.
While she's hacking the door, I'd like to look around this corner.
All right, give me a moment, everybody, and I just need to do a couple things on this side.
An arm sticks through the door.
There we go. That works. All right. Let me do a reveal areas. That's what you see. More of these smaller doors. This door here looks kind of super complex.
This one?
Yeah. That whole wall area almost seems like fortified. But you haven't particularly seen anybody there. There's no one in the hallways. I mean, it's late too. No one's like, people are where they're supposed to be if anyone's here.
Do I see any cameras?
Do you see any cameras in the hallway? Actually, on this door here, actually make me a perception roll. Yeah, you kind of think there might be some sort of surveillance built into the camera thing on this, or the way this door is set up.
This door?
Yeah. You're not 100% sure, but just you kind of seem to be in a secure area than
Yeah,
most places.
So, oh, we're going home tonight. It's all right. Are you tired?
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
Well, he hacked the door.
I got a 23 on the door that I'm standing in front of to try and hack it.
You hear the you hear the door kind of click.
Good click.
Oh,
Yep.
gonna be awake when I get there.
I'm just gonna mute Gideon there for a second. All right. Yeah, it sounds like a positive click.
Okay. So
What does a negative click sound like?
I don't know. Wah 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 wah.
So I look at Billy O'Shea and give him a nod, letting him know that the door is unlocked.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna go through.
You're gonna go through. All right, I gotta make my famous random roll here. 45. I keep rolling the same thing. All right, that kind of makes sense for this room too. So let me tell you what's going on of the full picture here before we take any action. So there are 3 security guards in here. You're actually walked into a very gruesome scene. So this machine, it's a machine, it's a conveyor belt that goes into what looks like a weird oven sort of thing. Hanging on the wall in rows, hanging off of hooks, like you would see in a slaughterhouse, are synths. And there are some non-hangy synths in here. I can go ahead and read the text. So, a large machine housed in a dark encasement dominates the room. A mechanical conveyor here is set in the floor rather than the ceiling as seen elsewhere. The conveyor track leads into a machine, and there is no rear exit from this machine. There are synths coming down this conveyor belt that are just kind of like completely fucked up. They are carrying these like almost look like cattle prods in their hands. And as you open the door, like some of the synths on there seem to be kind of still alive, and they're hitting them with the prods and like sending electrical shocks through them.
How many combatants am I looking at?
There are 3 actually. They're more like not particularly facing you. I don't know how loudly you kind of open the door, but
I am going to do what I always do: BS my way in.
oh Lord.
So I'm just gonna walk in like I own the place. That may be stupid, but
yeah, I'll second that. They look up at you and going, "This is a classified area. Get out."
Can I make a deception roll?
To do what? Like hide a coin behind their ear? Like what do you want to do the deception roll for?
Inspector General Billy O'Shea, here to check on things and make sure you guys aren't screwing up.
Sure. Give me a roll.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Right.
Can any of us see them?
What's that?
Start shooting.
Any of us see them?
You're asking if any of them see you guys other than Billy?
Any of us can see them.
Anyone standing near the door can see them. Anyone who is not cannot see them. But right now, as far as Billy's there, and I don't know who's in the doorway when he walked in. Caitlin's probably right there because she opened the door. So we are going to go into initiative. We're probably going to finish out this fight, and then we will call it until next session, because we are actually kind of near the end of this story here. So let us have some fun and roll initiative. Let me just open up the initiative tracker first. And I will grab their stats here. They are
That's kind of awesome.
wow, it's a sign.
We're gonna move like this one wave, just washing over the opposition.
All right, what's their Caitlin had to ruin it with a 23.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let me do their initiatives. I'm just trying to see if their pluses are. All right.
Nightmare. It was terrible. Terrible. Sorry.
No prob. So this one here, initiative is that. And there we are. No.
James, what are these things? They're robots. They're humans.
They're humans. They're guards. So what almost this kind of reminds you of is like a slaughterhouse scene. So
I'm happy to shoot these people.
there's basically on this ramp here, there's like live synths being fed on this conveyor belt into this machine that doesn't particularly have any back to it. And any of this, and there's a couple of the synths that are going down here that are twitching. They all hit them with these things that look like cattle prods. And on the ceiling, there's on hooks. There are synths that are twitching and some that are not moving in this room. So it's like a big slaughterhouse of synths.
These guys know us.
So let us go ahead and do that here. And we will start at the top. Caitlin, you are first.
Right. Okay. So I witnessed this entire exchange, and it looks like they're going to pull out guns. Is that right?
They have guns on them, but right now in their hands, they have these like giant cattle prod looking things.
Is the machinery loud enough to muffle guns? If we start firing guns, is that going to is the machinery going to disguise it, or is it going to be very clear there's a gunfight going on?
The machinery's loud, however, with the door open, there could be a chance of hearing.
All right. So then I am going to take a 5-foot step into the room. I'm going to leave the door open. I'm going to say through the mic to make sure everyone in the hallway knows that I say compromise. And then I'm going to give this guy standing directly in front of O'Shea. I'm going to give him a karate
Atomic wedgie. No, wait, I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to give him a karate kick. I'm going to try and kick him as hard as I can, hopefully maybe knocking him back onto the belt.
Oh, nice. All right, so that would be considered a push attack, which I believe is, I think, athletics versus athletics. Let's just look and see. Grappling.
You gotta look at the 5th edition rules. Shoving isn't actually in here, even though you can do it.
Okay. I can bring up D&D Beyond quickly.
Yeah, I asked them. I asked them about that on the Reddit. They accidentally left that out of the book. It says you can do it. It just doesn't tell you how to do it.
I think it's just called a push attack.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Because I typed in push and it gave me everything else except push. Ogre battering ram.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I didn't buy any ogre.
Sounds like fun.
Game rules.
Yeah, shove. It's shove.
It is shove? All right. Let's see here. Sources, tool, game rules, spells, monsters, backgrounds, magical items. Why can't I find combat under here? So, anyone feel free to also grab and help.
I'm looking right now.
Oh, here we go. Player's Handbook. Can I do a direct search? Okay, combat.
Grappling.
Adventuring, combat. Here we go. Movement, attacks in combat. Make an
Shoving a
attack.
creature. Using an attack action. The knock prone. The target must be no more than one size larger. Instead of making attack, you make a strength athletics check. Contested by the target's strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
All right, so they don't need to actually make a hit. They just need, it's an athletics versus.
It's a contested roll.
Okay.
And if you win, you can either knock them down or push them 5 feet back.
Which would push him on the conveyor.
Mhm.
All right. So.
Go ahead, James.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm just trying to find what I'm going to use here. So it's basically going to default to. I'm going to have them. Athletics or acrobatics works either the same thing. I'm just going to do athletics because that just makes a lot more sense. All right, so let's do a contested roll. That's a 9.
Ah!
I knew you could beat it.
Can I use my inspiration?
Did you use it yet?
Not yet.
All right.
Balls. All right. That's a little better.
Yep, it's
Well,
even. So it's at this point, both of you are in the room. I'm going to say both of you are kind of like face to face over here. You didn't quite push him onto the thing, but now you're in his grill. Let's see. That is going to go to this guy over here with the stun baton. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Start making his way over to Billy with the stun baton. Then we go down over to here. So, Caitlin, this guy is going to try to whack you with his stick.
Okie doke.
Give him
Hey.
the stick. Don't give him the stick.
Gutter minds there. Let's see. It's called a synth trank baton.
All right.
But does it do anything to normal people? I'm just checking.
All
Apply
right. Mike's
directly to
not
the
a normal
forehead.
Let's see. Actually, nope. You're not a synth, right, Caitlin?
Well, I am, but there's nothing on me that would indicate that I am.
Okay. So this actually will hurt if. So first they got to hit you
All right.
and all that fun stuff. So. Yep. I mean, no one knows you're synth except you. So, but the effects of this are gonna. So they get a 10 to hit, so you duck out of the way.
All right.
Yeah, this thing's really nasty when it hits the skin of a synth. We go over here to this guy who is gonna crawl under and come up, but he cannot attack this round. So he's just standing there with that stun baton. Dirk.
So I'm going to enter the room
Uh-huh.
with my sword drawn,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to hit him with a 19.
That'll hit.
That is 13 points damage.
Okie dokie.
13 points of damage.
Got it. Yeah, you slice into him pretty hard. Let's see, 13. That's actually really good damage. All right, yeah, you heard him. Like, he's not dead, but he's cut into really badly. Dr. Dirty.
Can I see the guy up on top over? Can I see this guy from where I'm standing?
Did Billy roll initiative?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was it?
15.
Mhm.
All right, hold on. For some reason, it didn't add in here, and I was just going to wait. So I'm just going to change the number that comes up to 15. Billy, go ahead and make your attack since you would have actually attacked already. So actually, Dirk wouldn't have. So Dirk, I'll let you do the damage, Dirk. But Billy would have attacked first. So Billy, what are you doing? There's one up here, and there's one here. For the sake of Dirk's attack,
I am.
you could probably
Well,
go.
the guy on the bottom wouldn't have crawled under until after he was.
Oh, that's true. All right, so there we go. So there's the one that's wrestling with Caitlin at the moment, and there's one that came around up that way.
Sorry, the 1d20 plus, like, can I put it to the back of the head? Is there any plus?
It's all abstract combat when you're dealing with this, so there's really no called shots.
God damn it.
So you fire and miss. Who are you firing at?
Something.
What's that?
Should be plus something. He's gonna have at
That
least
one.
He's
Plus-
gonna have his dex mod and his proficiency.
yeah.
Not sure what his proficiency is.
It's gonna be plus 2. So add
Yeah.
2, and then what's your dex mod?
Dex mod is 2.
Okay, so
Proficiency is 2.
So
okay, so that would have been plus 4, which is a 12. Would still miss, but at least it's
Okay.
higher. All right, so now we come over here. We come over here. Dirk does stabby stabby. And now we go to Keela.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I am going to katanalize this guy.
Uh-huh.
And he's not engaged with anyone else, so 18 hits
18 hits. You do 11 damage.
damage.
All right, another good slice. He's still up, though. Dr. Dirty.
Heavy.
Okay, well, let me see.
Kill someone.
Can I see the guy Keela's fighting from where I'm standing?
From where you're standing, yeah.
Okay.
If you're going to do anything ranged, I would probably say it's at... Oh, before you rolled.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. But both would have hit. So that with that damage, that would kill him.
16 damage.
Would you shoot?
Yep.
All right,
Shotgun.
so now there's a lot... Well, there's a bang when Billy O'Shea shot, so I guess it's...
Cat's out of the bag.
Yep. All right, Caitlin.
You said we were Caitlin said we were compromised anyway.
That's true. Caitlin, you are fighting a giant... well, you're fighting a synth killer, and there's a conveyor... You guys are both pressed against the conveyor belt at this point.
Do I have my hands free?
Yeah, unless you're holding something. You guys were wrestling, so you should have your hands free.
Would I be able to pull my firearm and shoot it?
Yes, you may do that. Move action, pull, and then shoot.
I do that. As he and I are facing off, I pull up my sawed-off shotgun and I let it go right into his abdomen.
Okay.
Just remember your disadvantage because you're right up next to him.
Yeah.
Actually, I am a combat hacker and I have no disadvantage with 5-foot attacks.
Oh,
I'm a-
cool.
I'm point-blank shooter now.
Very nice.
So let me sawed-off shotgun. Here we go.
16 will hit.
And 11 points of damage with my shotgun blast.
Okay. They are wearing ballistic armor, so the guns don't seem to do as much damage as like cutting through with the katanas. But all right, but yeah, you shot into him. He's not dead, but he's definitely wounded. The guy that's okay, he's dead, so this one doesn't act in combat. Billy O'Shea.
As a free action, I mean, the cat's kind of out of the bag, but as a free action, can I say somebody shut the door?
Sure. All right, Billy, you have 2 wounded. One that Caitlin seems to just shot, and one that Dirk just ran through.
Anything still living that looks like it's going to be a challenge?
They both look pretty wounded, so it's a mercy kill on either.
Oh, yeah. Fuck them. 14 hit?
14 will hit. Who are you hitting?
Oh, sorry. This guy right in front of me?
Well, that's Kayla. That's Caitlin.
Friendly fire! Friendly fire!
But the one standing next to Caitlin definitely.
This one.
All right, do some damage.
All right. So it's a 2d6 plus 3?
No, that is going to be. What's the amount? We always go through this all the time. It's 2d4 plus 2d4 plus whatever your dex modifier is.
Plus 2.
You don't add a modifier to ballistic damage.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Then I guess it's just 2d4 plus 1 then. So.
Oh, well, 2 then.
Well, no, I mean roll 2d4. That's 1d4.
Oh.
So you rolled a 1 on that one.
Alright.
All right, that's 5, and then 6, and then yeah, you kill the one that's on Caitlin.
Oh, finally, Billy.
All right, he's dead, so he doesn't get to play. Dirk.
Yes.
Finish him.
Yeah, babality.
Hassan Chop. Well, it's a 12 hit.
A 12 does not. All right, that
wait.
now.
Wait.
James, I have redistribution. Greg actually brought this up in an email. It says at second level, as a reaction, when you or an ally that you can see rolls damage. Oh wait, he didn't. Never mind. He didn't hit.
I didn't hit.
Yeah, he didn't hit.
Sorry.
But it's his turn now. So he is going to attack Dirk back with his magic stick. And he does not hit with his magic stick.
I knock it out of the way with my blade.
Yep. All right, Keela.
So the guy in front of me is dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
The only one that's alive is the one that's fighting Dirk.
This is the only one alive, right?
Yep.
So I come down here and katana-lize him.
Okay. The katana goes over his head. It's he
Okay.
does some Matrix style shit and like Dr. Dirty. So the one that's on Dirk is really hard to see at this point because Dirk is in front of him and Keela's off to the side and they're both swinging weapons around.
Okay. I'll go over. There we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll twice because I'm guessing I'm close enough for it to be a disadvantage. So
Yeah, at this point everyone's kind of on top of each other here.
Oh no! I'm forced to take the 19.
All right. That will also end the life of this guy here.
Nice.
And he drops.
Okay.
All right. So,
James,
the
can I close
yeah.
the door?
You can close the door.
All right, so my character closes the door.
All right. The machine is still going. From what you can see, this machine goes into, like, it actually has vats in it. So, like, in like a slaughterhouse, there's things where the body drops so it boils away the various, like, things from the flesh and all that. That's what, basically, there's chemicals in here that when the synths go into it, they get pretty much dissolved.
Okay, let's.
Are any of the dangling ones alive that we can
Some are twitching, but these are all kind of lost causes at this point.
Okay.
And do you keep the machine going, or do you turn it off?
I say we leave it going because if somebody comes by and doesn't figure wrong ways,
I'm going to do a engineering roll for this. See if we should put something in here.
We
Okay.
got to turn it off.
Actually,
Just give me them all, and I'll jump in the pit.
does anyone else want to try to make an engineering roll?
I'm not very good at it, but I'll try.
Exactly.
I'm
Anyone
much
can be better than me.
I say why this would be a great spot, or not. Yes, no?
So, I'll put it in my pants.
Hang on, I'm going to
Doesn't work. This button doesn't work.
Dirk,
Man,
actually, you figure with the chemicals, if you place that charge right, like in the machine itself above the chemicals, this would basically blow this entire section out.
All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
All right.
And
So
I still
hopefully,
say
yeah,
running.
yeah, there will definitely still need. You've only placed one charge so far. So,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go ahead and close it here for the night. And like I said, I think next week we will finish out this adventure, and then we'll let Mike in next week introduce what will be streaming going forward. So anyway, what's that?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Next week.
James,
Yeah.
just real quick before we close, everyone was given one package of C4, correct?
Yep.
All right, so Dirk, you no longer have C4, is that right?
That is correct.
All right, just wanted to make sure we're all clear.
All right, you have 4 left. All right. So again, those I see we have 2 viewers, but they might actually be us. So who knows? But anyway, thank you if you are watching, or thank you for watching if you watch this later on YouTube or on Twitch in its recorded format. Anyway, thanks, and remember the Patreon, patreon.com/grindhouse media. Help us keep this going. And
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, wait till you see the outro video. Ooh, it actually has that stuff in it. So everyone, good night.
I